Welcome to Legally Speaking with Reza Case. We are joined by Marmik Parik, is currently an associate at Pankti Doshi. The firm excels in crafting precise legal documents, contract agreements, testamentary cases, family and civil disputes. So, welcome to the Reza Case.
Yeah, thank you, Samita.
In today's episode, we will delve into executors' duties and responsibilities in executing a will. My first question is, what is the primary role of an executor in the process of executing a will, and how is the role legally defined in India?
Yeah, so as you mentioned in the question that will, so will let us talk about will. Will is the most important document when it comes to property. When, for example, let's say a father has property, and after he dies, he cannot decide where to put the property, to whom the property is to be given. So will is that document which defines the property, the how the property will be divided between the sons or between family members, or even in an HUF. There might be a will. If the karta dies, every of the partner gets their partner, or say co-partners. We say them co-partners in HUF, right? So the co-partner gets their shares. But when it comes to normal person, when it comes to people like us who don't have an HUF, so for us, will is the only document which defines how the property will be divided. So the role of the testator, you might say, the main person who is making the will, it is the utmost important thing when drafting a will or when making a will. You need to decide which property is to be given to whom, and which property is to be kept for self. So yeah, and the main thing here is the legality of will. It comes after death only. The will can be executed after death. It's a very basic thing, but yeah, people do forget to make a will, or people just say nahi nahi property hai, will see what can be done. So it's not how it works. It is to be done in a specific manner, in a certain chain. So yeah, the legality is when it comes to executing, or when it comes to after death process, after the death of the main person of the family, the person who has made the will, on whose name the will is made, on that also question may arise, because if there are two brothers, let's say, and they one has the original will and one has the fake one, it is very tough to decide which is the actual will, because will can be forged. Will can be forged. It is very easy to forge a will. So while making a will, the executor has while making the will, the testator has to keep in mind to draft a specific point to make out a difference. The will should stand out from being forged. Yeah, so this is the whole scenario of the will, and this is the legality, and it is the utmost important document when it comes to property, as I said. So asset management, debt settlement, all these points are to be mentioned in the will. If the father has taken any debt in his lifetime which he could not repay, so he might mention that in will as well, कि मेरा इतना debt है इस पे यहाँ पे. So that is to be paid by the sons, or by the person who is getting the will, who is getting the property.
My second question is, what should a person consider when choosing an executor for their will? And are there any legal requirements or restrictions regarding who can serve as an executor?
Yeah, so when choosing a person for the will, that is the, say, testator, when choosing a person to give his property, give his anything, and by property I don't mean any land or anything. It might be even a spoon, or it might be even any depreciable asset also. Everything, each and everything is counted in will. So yeah, when you draft a will, when a person drafts a will on whose name the will is drafted, द पर्सन शुड बी ट्रस्टवर्दी। जो पर्सन ड्राफ्ट कर रहा है विल और वो जिसको दे रहा है उसको उस पर ट्रस्ट होना चाहिए। आफ्टर माई डेथ ही विल कंटिन्यू माई लेगेसी और ही विल कीप माई प्रॉपर्टी सेफ और ही विल कीप द जनरेशंस फॉरवर्ड। All these things to all these things are to be kept in mind while drafting a will, while making points for a will. So yeah, and legal knowledge, as you said, legal requirements. Legal requirements में there is कि on whose name the will is being made, he should be at least of 18 years. He should be mentally sane, and mentally sane, by mentally sane I mean the court has not debarred him from getting into any contract or any legal documents. उसका नाम कहीं लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट में आने से कोर्ट ने उसको डिबार नहीं किया। if court has done the thing, you cannot make a will on the person's name. और डिस्क्वालीफाइड नहीं होना चाहिए, उसके ऊपर कोई क्रिमिनल चार्जेस नहीं होने चाहिए। मेन थिंग इज if you have criminal charges on your name, the will cannot be formed on your name because you have a case running in the court, and that too a criminal, not a civil. Civil होता तो settlement भी हो सकता है, but criminal में there is no settlement, I see.
Could you explain the key legal duties an executor must fulfill, such as notifying beneficiaries, paying debts, and distributing assets?
Yeah. So, as you rightly said, the first legal duty is to notify the beneficiaries. While after the death of the person, prior to his death, when he's on deathbed or anything uncertain circumstances arises, prior to that, the testator has to notify the beneficiary that I have made a will on your name or any other person's name, as it might be, and applying after his death, the particular person on whose name the will has been made is to apply for probation, and identify and manage the assets of the testator. And by the testator, if he has notified the beneficiary prior, the will cannot be executed prior. ऐसे बता दिया उसके बाद तुरंत ही probate नहीं हो पाएगी will. It cannot be. After the death of the particular person, the will can come into existence. Yeah, so that is one point to keep in mind. And while applying for probation, the executor, who is now the holder of the property, will go to the competent court, will present the documents, and will get it notified on his name. The properties and whole lot of things जो भी will में लिखा है, it should be notified on his name. That is the basic steps. And paying debt, as I rightly said in the very first question you asked, if father has any debt of his, so he might tell his sons or any daughter, it might be, because daughter and sons nowadays both are included in will. So yeah, he might tell his sons or daughter to pay his debt, or the executor whose name the property is being given, to pay his debt. And if he's getting whole lot of fortune, he has to pay the liabilities also. He has to pay the debts also of his father. This is the main thing.
And what if अगर executor अपनी duties perform करने में fail हो जाए तो?
एग्जीक्यूटर अपने ड्यूटीज अगर फेल हो जाए परफॉर्म करने में, तो फिर वो विल तो रहती ही है, विल फिर वापस इट कैन नॉट बी मेड अगेन, राइट? इट कैन नॉट बी मेड अगेन, बट टू अवॉइड सच इश्यूज देयर इज अ टाइम लिमिट कि भाई इतने टाइम में करो, या फिर पेनल्टीज लग जाएंगी इफ देयर इज अ पर्टिकुलर थिंग। डिले करते हैं, अगर कोई एग्जीक्यूटर डिले करता है तो उसको पेनल्टी पे करनी पड़ेगी, और वो विल के ऊपर फिर इंटरेस्ट और पेनल्टीज के अलावा अफेक्ट करेगा वो डेट सेटलमेंट में। अगर उसने टाइम लिमिट में डेट नहीं सेटल किया, जैसे फादर ने लिखा है कि विद इन 3 years ऑफ माई डेथ you need to settle a particular debt.
Have to mention this time period in this, no?
No, but the thing is, there is no such time manner. This is a limitations act. Again, it's not included in this.
So, is there a specific time frame within which the executor must complete the execution of the will? And what are the consequences of delays?
Consequences of delays are like penalties attract होती है, और will तो आप कभी भी इनिशिएट कर सकते हो, आप कभी भी प्रोबेट करवा सकते हो आफ्टर द डेथ। बट जो पेनल्टीज हैं वो आपको एज सुन एज पॉसिबल, देर इज नो सच टाइम लिमिट गिवन बिकॉज यू नेवर नो हाउ मच डेट योर फादर हैज टेकन। एंड फॉर एग्जाम्पल, father might have took, you say, 10 crores of debt, or according to his capacity. It's not yet mentioned in this, but the particular thing is, as soon as possible you need to pay off the debts after your father's death, or after the testator's death. एंड प्रोबेशन प्रोसेस उसके बाद ही स्टार्ट हो सकती है, मतलब आप पहले अपनी लायबिलिटीज पे ऑफ कर दो, अपनी डेट्स पे ऑफ कर दो, उसके बाद आप अपना एस्टेट सक्सीड कर सकते हो।
And how should an executor manage disputes among beneficiaries or legal challenges to the will? बहुत बार ऐसा देखा
सी
गया है
टू
challenge face करना।
हाँ, ऐसे अगर ऐसे समझिए आप कि अगर एक फादर, आई गिव यू वन एग्जांपल, if there is one father and he has four sons and he has a property, now the father might write in the will that my properties are to be equally divided, my properties are to be equally divided between the four sons. Or let us say if there is a daughter and three sons, again if the father writes that my property is to be equally divided amongst my children. Now children also includes daughter, right? But the daughter doesn't want the property and she gives the property to any of the son. Now a particular person is holding 50% stake in the property of father and other two are holding 25%. So there might be a dispute between three of his sons. So to clear that, he has to write, no, the maximum cap for this is 25% or this, because if equally division लिखा है तो डॉटर अपना राइट पे ऑफ करके फिर बोल सकती है कि मेरे एक पर्टिकुलर भाई को जाएगी, ऐसे कुछ बोल सकती है। ही हैज शी हैज द राइट, राइट, शी हैज द राइट कि हाँ मुझे फादर की प्रॉपर्टी नहीं चाहिए, आई एम हैप्पी विथ व्हाट आई हैव, वैसे बोल सकती है। बट क्लियर कम्युनिकेशन इज वन थिंग एंड टू बी ट्रांसपेरेंट विद द सिबलिंग्स, दिस इज द मेन थिंग वेयर द कॉन्फ्लिक्ट स्टार्ट्स। क्योंकि जहाँ जहाँ तक मैंने देखे हैं प्रॉपर्टी डिस्प्यूट्स, जहाँ तक मैंने पढ़े हैं प्रॉपर्टी डिस्प्यूट्स, उसमें दो भाई हैं अगर और एक बहन है, तो बहन अपना राइट वेव ऑफ करके दो भाइयों के बीच प्रॉपर्टी डिवाइड करना चाहती है। बट अगेन द क्वेश्चन अराइजेस, हाउ विल यू डिवाइड द 25% between the two? You cannot do 12.5 12.5. Mathematically it's possible, but on property basis you cannot divide 12.5 12.5, right? So yeah, so being transparent is one thing, clear communication is the other, and realistic expectation होने चाहिए कि हाँ मेरी सिस्टर जा रही है तो मुझे उसकी जगह पे इतना मिल रहा है। यू कैन नॉट जस्ट एक्सपेक्ट कि हाँ पापा जाएंगे तो पापा के बाद आई गेट द थ्रोन, 100% मेरा ही होगा। से यू कैन नॉट जस्ट ड्रीम कि भाई हाँ मिल जाएगा करके। सो दिस इज हाउ इट वर्क्स। So communication should be clear.
The next question is, what steps can an executor take to minimize the chances of conflict during the distribution of assets?
During the distribution, as I rightly said, कि transparency होनी चाहिए between the both the parties. The person who made the will, उसने तो अपने हिसाब से बना दिया will. अब समझो उनके दो बेटे हैं. For example, if the father has two sons, if a father has two sons, again he knows कि my elder son is a very good person. He knows how to use money. He knows how to grow. And the younger sibling, on the other hand, is the total opposite of what the elder sibling is. So it might happen that father, being biased, made the whole property, give the whole property to the elder son and not to the younger. Now here comes the younger son telling कि father की property में मेरा भी कुछ right है. But in the will it is not mentioned. If you go according to the, and if there is a will, you have to go according to the will. वहां फिर ऐसा नहीं चलता कि पापा का है तो आधा तू रख ले आधा मैं रख लेता हूँ। दिस इज नॉट हाउ इट गोज। इट गोज लाइक द विल, एंड उसमें जिसका नाम लिखा होगा उसको उतना मिलेगा। उस लाइक कंसिडर फैमिली डायनामिक्स जो भी हैं, उनके रिलेशंस कितने कॉम्प्लेक्स हैं। जैसे मैंने बोला कि फादर के यंगर सिबलिंग के साथ रिलेशन अच्छे नहीं होंगे, शायद ऐसा होगा कि उनके रिलेशन माइट बी नॉट गुड विद द यंगर सिबलिंग, बट विद द एल्डर सिबलिंग इट माइट बी वेरी वेरी गुड, or the elder sibling might, you know how to use, know how to grow potentially. वैसे, so consider the family dynamics. And on this question, I have a famous mediation case of back in 2004 when Reliance was partitioned between the two brothers, Mukesh and Anil. 2000, 2004, 2005. I don't perfectly remember, but yeah, it was between these years only. So yeah, both the brothers, Anil wanted more of the property of Shri Dhirubhai Ambani, and Mukesh Ambani was okay with what he had. But at that time there was a pact made between the brothers कि जो बिजनेस मेरा है उसमें मैं नहीं, उसमें तू नहीं आएगा, और जो बिजनेस तेरा है उसमें मैं नहीं आऊंगा, लाइक वाइस वर्सा. But after, as I said, Mukesh and Anil Ambani, both brothers, as my example, the elder brother is knowing how to grow, and the younger brother is not knowing how to know. He's in debt, right? Anil Ambani is in debt. So yeah, after 10 years, after completion of 10 years, in 2016, Jio was launched. Arcom sector was with this Anil Ambani. So competitive business में enter नहीं करेंगे, वैसा था. बट 2016 में जियो वॉज लॉन्च्ड एंड जियो ओवरटुक आरकॉम, and now Arcom is also with Mukesh Ambani. So indirectly, he got all the throne of his father, but the younger sibling didn't knew how to grow the business. So yeah, it might differ. The mindset of brothers also matters here.
Are there any risk or liabilities that executor face during the execution process, and how can they protect
Yeah.
from legal consequences?
So the legal consequences, as you rightly said about the things, identifying the debts and liabilities of the testator as well as your own debts and liabilities, the current debts and liabilities which the parties have, and the previous liabilities of their father or the testator. Not necessarily father, but the testator. I'll keep it simple right here. So they have to properly set the डेट्स फॉर पेमेंट कि भाई हम ये डेट पे करते जाएंगे पहले, एस्टेट मिलने के बाद, ये एस्टेट मिलने से पहले डिस्प्यूट जो भी होगा वो हम विद इन द सर्कल रखेंगे. विद इन द सर्कल, बाय विद इन द सर्कल आई मीन विद इन द फैमिली. विद इन द फैमिली विल कीप द डिस्प्यूट्स. And filing of tax returns, if you have got anything like HUF, as I rightly said कि HUF में अगर कर्ता dies, after karta, who will entertain the HUF? Now comes in the role of the eldest person of the family. He becomes the karta. But what about the, you know what about the portions, what about the stakes of the co-partners? So tax returns फिर आपको एक साथ पे करने पड़ते हैं in HUF, which is a benefit for the HUF as well as the individual. But not in the individual case. You have to file the tax for your property which you inherit as well as the property which you have. So yeah, it is a bit complex situation here.